just went down to watch the Hartford Mill chimney stack being blown up, which the mill was built in 1907 by Frederick Whittaker, and I also worked there back in 1976 in the spinning room as a maintenance fitter. This is a portrait of the shed, also the diggers digging the trench for the chimney stack to be dropped down on in the next half hour. As you can see, it's one of the last structures in Oldham. We went to watch it being blown up, and it was absolutely pouring down on the day. We got absolutely saturated, but my wife insisted she wanted to see it, so it's the first time for her. I have watched quite a few chimney stacks go down with Fred Dibner, who sadly died back in the 70s. He was an expert at dropping these chimney stacks. This one was also delayed by an hour. They said it was going to be dropped at 10 o'clock, and the chimney stack was dropped at 11 p.m. on Sunday. Now, as you can see, we're just waiting for the stack to be dropped, and it is a very cloudy day, but it's also a cloudy day for the last of the chimney stacks in the cotton mill industry in Oldham, which is now all been changed over to India and Pakistan. Now we're here waiting for the countdown of the chimney stack to be dropped. I think the countdown's been cancelled about 3 or 4 times because of children running along the side and trams going past. Thought they would have had the trams at least stopped, but obviously not. So, like I said, the chimney stack now is just about to be dropped in the next few minutes. Still not yet. Yeah, still waiting. As you can see, the weather is absolutely dismal. And torrential rain today, which I think is also delayed in the chimney stack being dropped. The reason they're dropping the chimney stack now is a few weeks ago they took the building down after a set of kestrels what were laying their eggs in, which is a protected bird in England, so they couldn't do anything yet. Now they're dropping the chimney stack today because there's no use for it no more. The birds have gone and they need it for ground so they can rebuild and develop new property on the old site. Which it's a crying shame really, because they could have made some gorgeous flats out of the actual cotton mill and used the chimney stack as a memorial to the cotton industry for England.
Alright for a steak. Wow.
Listen, what did you do now?
It's not our shop. It's not our shop, but that's what we've been told.
Hello, this is Hartford Mill in top of Frederick Street. Right, it's one of the last mill chimneys to be dropped. It was built in the 1930s. I used to work as an engineer working in the factories, and it's a shame because what's happened, we've shifted all the chimneys and the mills over to India because it's now cheaper to produce the actual wool there. Like I said, I used to work, and I've watched them at Bentop Mill being dropped, at Hull Mill being dropped, at Lees Brook, and also at Broadway. My mum worked in the mills, I've worked in the mills as a maintenance fitter. I've been there now 50 years ago, and I'm 69 years old, and it's heartbreaking to see them.
Calm down
Because
now.
we could have kept them as a monument or even built apartments. We're so big.
Oh, there she
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Apartments inside it.
I missed it.
That's the end of it.
Ayan. Ayan guys, tapos na guys yung pag-blown out ng chimney. Ayan.